Oh boy, we're gonna get fancy today. Go, Jonathan.
So, we've been watching the stock market, as we do, because we're very sophisticated. That's not true at all.
No.
But, how could you not be watching the stock market?
I mean, if Joe Rogan's talking about it, we gotta talk about it.
I mean, everybody's buying video games again. Stocks are soaring, right? No, that's not true.
Yeah, so GameStop
GameStop
went crazy.
It went crazy. I'm not even going to pretend that I understand the intricacies of how this all works.
I do somewhat.
You do.
I do, because I am sort of into this whole financial world. I find it interesting.
I mean, I get the whole thing, like, the people are like, oh, we sell them all, and then it goes down, and then we sell them, buy them back, and we make money. I kind of get that, and I get that these, I think, hilarious Redditors were like, hey, let's stick it to the man.
So our idea here is we want to talk about our hopes for the Redditors. This is all fantasy football league. We want if they could get in the guitar game to make certain guitar brands do the same. But before we get into that, the gist, if you're not really aware of this, is there's a bunch of guys that the rich fat cats on Wall Street. They have these firms and these little private groups.
Hedge funds.
Yeah, and they kind of control. They can sort of make stocks sink or swim.
Yes.
And so all of a sudden the Reddit guys got on there like, hey, let's stick it to the man and buy GameStop, because all these hedge funds are like selling it short, which means they're betting on it to go down.
Yes.
And they're driving it down. So by these Redditor guys doing this, they're costing these guys not millions,
billions with a B.
And I don't get me wrong, they're all trying to make money, but at the same point, then the Robinhood and everybody shut down trading, which I find infuriating because they're like, oh, well, we're protecting the rich people. But not the...
You guys can't do this. Wait a minute.
Now, if you're a stockbroker, financial advisor, that's the proper term, not the 1980s terminology. I like stockbroker better.
I think stockbroker sounds awesome.
Sexy, right?
That's what I'd want to be. Yeah.
I'm a financial advisor. I'm a CFP.
Stockbroker.
If you're a stockbroker, you might not like what we're saying. You might. I think most of the guys at Edward Jones, Chris Collins, if you're out there, go check him out in Wilson, North Carolina. The best stockbroker ever. If you like killing ducks and making money, this guy's your guy. Anyway,
it's not the love.
On to our music companies. So we're going from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And these are the companies that we are petitioning Reddit. Make these companies a thing again.
Make them great again.
Make them great again.
Can we say that? Is it too soon?
No, yes, probably. But we did. It's too late now because we don't edit these things. We just sit down and we blabber.
Roll. Okay, go.
Ovation.
Number 5, Ovation. Bring it back. We all want to bring those plastic backs back.
There's nothing like sitting there on your stool and you just can't quite get your guitar to sit. It's just
and that sort of because we still got guys like, hey man, can you get any Ovations? I'm like, well, we could, but we don't because nobody buys Ovations anymore.
I mean, they exist. They're out there, but
yeah. And they're sort of restructuring and they have like a new launch. But anyway, we would love to see people get behind Ovation, sort of like push it back and like seeing these like sort of Melissa Etheridge comeback.
Yes,
Ovation,
the little leaf things. I used to think those were the best things.
They were.
I mean,
rich people have leaves on their guitars is what I used to think.
That's what that made an appearance in Saved by the Bell. That's what did it for me. There is an episode. Go find it. Zach Morris.
As you can tell,
Ovation.
this is very hard-hitting journalistic stuff this morning.
Listen.
Number 4, Guild. We why are you laughing?
Because Derek is sitting right there and he loves Guild with his whole heart.
Well, it's kind of like, Derek's like the guy that plays with Star Wars toys but doesn't take them out of the box. It's kind of like that. So I don't know why it connects to Guild. It's just funny to me. You can play with them or keep them in the box. But Guild has had a tough time. Fender bought them a few years back and sort of did not do them a great service.
No.
Then they got bought back by Cordoba, however you want to pronounce it. And they've sort of relaunched it, and I was super psyched. We were going to bring them on. But I played a bunch of them. They weren't that good. They're all built in China. And the price was sort of weird. And then they started making the American ones, and they still weren't that great yet.
And we want them to be good.
I know, because we love Guild.
And old Guilds are awesome.
Even like that moderate, like 80s Guilds are crushing. And like we saw mahogany chunks, and they sound great. They record great. Bring back those. So if you like Guild and you want those chunky, big, dark guitars,
come on Reddit.
Reddit, figure it out. Okay, this is one of my favorites. You get it though. Number 3,
the Blue Voodoo Crate.
Crate amps.
Or the Sammy Hagar model, the red rocker Voodoo thing.
I'm always CC DeVille when it comes to Crate.
It's fair.
Because I remember being a kid watching the wall of amps when he's doing like, Mama don't dance, and he's doing the spins, and there's like a wall of crates.
Yes.
So my parents like, what amp do you want? I want a Crate amp, Mom and Dad.
Of course.
It sounds like a chainsaw in a bad way, and I love that. And we want Crate to come back and be cool again. So get on the horn. Get your stocks of trade and find their parent holding company. We didn't do enough research to figure that out.
No, No, we did
Okay,
not.
this is I'll do this one. This is one of my personal favorites.
How could it not be?
Number 2. This one's important.
It's very historically significant.
Esteban guitars. Now these, if you're a fan of QVC and infomercials of the heyday, as we are,
Yes.
you have to we have to all root for Esteban. Now I remember we would have students come into the teaching programs, bring us these guitars. Perhaps the worst instruments I've ever played.
Probably.
I mean, they're almost unplayable. Some of them. The action's like.
Except in the hands of the master.
Exactly. That's why we want not just Esteban. We want Esteban Custom Shop.
Yes.
And it's exclusively sold through QVC and Casino Guitars.
That would be a dream come true.
It wouldn't. I want Esteban coming back because that dude. I don't care what the guitars were not good, but that dude crushed it.
My college suite mates, we used to literally skip whole days of class and just sit in our dorm room and watch the QVC marathon where it'd be Esteban all day, and we would just sit and just do activities and watch Esteban.
I know what you were doing. I don't know what's funny, the fact that you do that or that I still get confused that you went to college.
I mean, it was brief. I wasn't there very long. But
that doesn't make sense.
I didn't like finish or anything.
Okay, thank you. That didn't make sense to me. But yeah, Esteban Guitars, Custom Shop, bring them back. College. Jeez.
College. Who needs that?
Number 1, I think this is the one, they've had their struggles over the past decade.
It's funny, we've never really talked about it much.
Let's say this one together. Number 1, Guitar Center. So get on there, find, these aren't really, you can't really publicly trade them, I guess. Unfortunately, they're owned by private equity as well. Interesting. And they haven't been able to fail either after 2 bankruptcies in the past 10 years. It's strange. It's almost like they're too big to fail. But
I like to think if we were ever going bankrupt, people would feel that way.
No, it's not people. It's manufacturers and debt holders and landlords all feel this because you don't want to. There's a lot of church space coming available if Guitar Center goes bankrupt because these malls are anchored by them and these strip malls and whatnot. Guitar Center, if you want to get behind that firm somehow, or do the opposite, whatever you guys want to do, your magic, your Reddit wizards.
We're just throwing it out.
We think it'd be fun. They've had the most struggles of any major monster firm of the past few years, and we think it'd be interesting to see what the stock wizards could do. Now, we're going to get lots of comments saying, well, these aren't publicly traded. We know that. It's fantasy football. That doesn't count either. It's not real. Even when you're gambling, it's not real. It's just money you're giving away, but it's still fantasy.
Please don't take any real life advice from us ever, especially about your money, because that would be a horrible idea. Totally just for fun.
No, I give lots of young people advice on dating and stuff when they ask me, and I tell them at the end, don't ever listen to what I'm saying. I'm just telling you these horrible ideas. I didn't have a girlfriend forever until my wife finally took pity on me.
Just trying to make your brain work. That's all.
At the age of 30.
That's right.
It was sad. Right. It's the first girl I ever kissed.
Yeah.
Besides your sister.
Does that really count? I mean, she does look like me in drag. I feel so bad for her.
That's scary.
Okay, she was homecoming queen. She was actually attractive. So we should stop going down this me kissing my sister well.
We should. Yes, we probably should.
So let us know your guitar brands of choice that you want to save or sink, I guess. You could be the jerk hedge fund guys that just like to destroy companies and crush dreams and make people lose their jobs. Oh, but make sure you protect them, Robin Hood. Sorry, I'm a little bit offended by that. So
it's a little offensive.
It's
by a little we mean a lot. So hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, let us know what you think in the comments and click that bell so that you don't miss videos in the future.
And how absolutely ignorant we actually are about the subject.
Oh, yeah, we know. It's coming. We know.
We're having fun.
Angry things.
And they'll be angry. This is all fun. Have fun with it. Every company, seriously, go crazy, go bananas. Let us know. We want to see the craziest stuff, and we will definitely enjoy commenting back on this one.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.